boy, we got a lot of technology in our lives anymore. And I have come to the realization that the way most people use technology really makes them a whole lot more dumb. Myself included, a lot of times I'm guilty of this. This is something I'm talking to you because I feel like I need to do a better job of using less technology in my life. I'm going to talk to you about 3 ways that I am going to try to eliminate some technology when I'm deer hunting. The first one I'm going to talk to you about, I think this is a good one for day-to-day life in general, is I've been wearing, and I've been wearing it for a long time, just a standard watch. Not one of them watches that texts you and tells you the weather and gives you your Facebook and your Instagram notifications and all this jibber jabber. No, this is just one of them watches that tells you the hour, the minute, and the second. Remember these? Why is this useful for deer hunters, and how can it help you eliminate some technology in your life? Well, if you're like me, you know, you're always checking the time for whatever reason, and you pull out your phone. I got my phone right here. I look at the time. I'm like, oh look, I got an email. I got to take care of that email real quick. Oh look, there's a Facebook message. Oh look, and then all of a sudden you spent 10 minutes on your freaking phone when all you wanted to do is look at the dang time in the first place. So I've started wearing a watch all the time. It's a standard watch. It lives on my wrist like most watches do. And whenever I want to look at the time anymore, I've gone away from trying to pick this sucker up and look at it for just a simple, what time is it, to this watch, and it's eliminated a lot of phone time for me. So that's kind of the first thing that I've been working on to eliminate some technology. Now, something else I'm really interested in is becoming more efficient with this thing right here. If you don't know what this is a compass. And I know how to use this thing probably better than the average person or the average hunter even, but I'm not like a military grade navigator with this thing, but I can get someplace with it. So what I'm going to do is this year I'm going to order a map off of the internet, which is kind of ironic, me sitting here talking about technology and going to order something off the internet, but that's where you get these things now. And I'm going to learn how to navigate a new property, scout it, and not pick up this phone and get on my Spartan Forage or my Onyx, which are great tools. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use this, mapping apps. I think they're a freaking awesome tool, and probably nowadays if you don't use them, you're probably behind. But I think we've gotten so dependent on our phones for navigation that we're stupid, man. Like, I don't think a lot of you couldn't get home from a mile back in the woods. Like, I think you just have to sit out there and hope someone found you. And I don't want to be that way. So I'm going to learn how to use this sucker right here, how to get make my way back to wherever I need to be with a compass and a map. And I think that's a good thing deer hunters should all learn how to do. Why? Well, just like I said, you don't want to become dumb. This phone, it writes for you, it reads for you, it communicates for you to other people. Like we depended so much about our. Hey, come here. Look at here. Got a new studio employee. This is Rosie. You want to say hi, Rosie? Nope. She don't say much. This is my new shed dog, Rosie. Don't be chewing on things down there now. I don't know what I was saying, but I'm navigating with the compass is something that I want to try to do more next year. And if nothing else, it's going to be a good backup, because these things, they sometimes don't work. A lot of things can happen in the woods to these things, and has happened to me. I've gotten water in this thing where it didn't work. It just, for some reason or another, broke on me, or the battery went dead, whatever the case may be. So replacing this and learning how to do this, becoming less dumb. Anytime you got to depend on something else to survive, you're not very smart. Now, lastly, what I was going to talk about is trail cameras, and that's a hot topic, and I don't mean to talk about them in a hot topic way. I think they're great tools, and I use trail cameras a lot, but I want to make sure I go out of my way to hunt spots that I think are good despite not having trail cameras in them. A lot of times I'll be, looking on a map thinking, man, that place right there looks good. And then I don't go into them because I don't really have any information on them via trail cameras or knowing what bucks are in the area. And I just want to take that step of not letting technology and trail cameras dictate what I know from my experience and from my years of deer hunting and walking around in the woods. I know an area is good just because I don't have a trail camera. It doesn't mean there's not a big giant buck in there or whatever the case may be. So that's something else I'm gonna work on. Those three things. The first one I've already implemented, that is this watch. The second one I'm going to learn better is this compass. And the third one is just a process that I'm going to trust myself in my knowledge instead of relying on technology and trail cameras to dictate where I'm hunting. Now I tell you that, and I'm still using trail cameras. I really enjoy using them, but I want to get away from that mindset of having to use them all the time for anything. And I already do that out of state. I don't take them out of state typically. So anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Leave a comment in the comments below and let me know what you think about technology and some of the other ways maybe we can kind of band together and become less dumb, I think that's important. That's all I got to say about that, guys. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Hit that subscribe button. It's right here if you're real interested in subscribing. And then if you want to watch something else, I'll put you another video right here in this corner.